This is Bruce Boudreau, head coach of the Vancouver Canucks, and it's time for Clay's Canucks commentary live. Let's go with Clay right now.
Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am Canuck Clay Emo, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Thursday night, December the 1st, on a night where the Vancouver Canucks were defeated quite easily by the visiting Florida Panthers 5-1. Make that consecutive 5-1 losses for the Vancouver Canucks after coming off a really good, really strong, really confidence building 3-game road trip where they won all 3 of their games. So let's break it down. All was not lost, and I'll explain why. Technically, I don't know if it's, you say personally, I actually had a really good night, except for the hockey game, but everything else about my night was really, really good. And I'll explain why in a second. So moderators, thank you in advance. I appreciate you. Members, legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thanks to all of you. And no matter everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, in Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. Thank you for waiting for me. I realize that even though I try and get home by 11, by the time I talk to people, go to the team store, walk to my car, go to my office to pick up all my computers, drive home, get changed, go to the washroom, get ready, set up, I think 11 o'clock is quite ambitious. So I just have to be more realistic and plan for that. So thank you. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause for sticking around half an hour later and being with me actually when we start at 11:30. So I appreciate all of you. Subscribe to this. What the heck? Why see edits in here? It's like 2:30 in where she's from in Toronto. What? Thank you, C Edits, and thanks to everyone. I'm going to give a bunch of shout outs in a second, but let's get going. Make sure you subscribe so you can leave comments, and more importantly, so you can get my daily content. Make sure you like this video. Only 10 likes, 50 of you in here. Thank you, the 50 of you in here that were waiting so long. But let's bump those likes up if we want. I appreciate you. Yeah, Justin, I'm going to get to you in a second for sure. So I appreciate all of you. Make sure you like the video. Of course, you can always leave donations. Get that donation train out of the station. You can gift memberships, upgrade your memberships, become a member, whatever it is you want to do. And most importantly, make sure that you get chatting in the comment section. I got a lot to talk about tonight, and including the game, but a lot of stuff surrounding the game as well. If you're listening on a podcast platform, thank you. Make sure you rate and review. I appreciate it. And don't forget, I go for the first 10 or 15 minutes. You go for the second 15 minutes. I separate the two halves with a mid-show sponsor read. And then that is your cue to ask questions. So you can certainly type in the comments, engage with one another, with each other in there. That is very important as well. Now, I want to give a bunch of shout outs. And I don't want to, it'll sound show-offy if I explain everything, if I explain, how I met all these people. But I had some pretty funny experiences today. So I want to give shout outs, and I wrote them all down so I didn't forget. Well, I sat with Rosario and Ricky. It was me and Marie, and then 2 other people, and then it was Ricky and Rosario. I saw Rosario. He's still on his way home. I'm not sure if Ricky Van City Nucks is in here yet, but it was awesome sitting next to them. And then I got to meet in the team store. I got to meet Raj, Joel, Luke, and Justin JDAC, who's in here, and it was here it is, JDAC. Canuck Clay, it's me, Justin. It was cool to meet you. Yeah, it was great meeting you at the team store tonight. That was awesome. And then who else? Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, it's Green Day 42. Okay, now that's good. That's good. I'll have to look for Green Day 42 for sure. So it was great seeing a lot of people. And before I get to the game, you guys, I'll start off by saying, it's weird to say personally it was a good day because watching the Canucks is still part of my day as a person, but there was some pretty cool stuff that happened to me. And if you guys did not see it, I will share with you very quickly. I think pretty much everyone saw it though. But for those of you who didn't see it, I was waiting for Marie just before 5:30. So I was at the arena at 5:30, just hanging around gate 9, minding my own business. And then I saw a familiar shape. And when I say shape, I saw this person from the back. And then I knew without a shadow of a doubt that it could only be one person. And sure enough, I saw Roberto Luongo. So he was, and I said here, this is way better than seeing myself on a billboard, which I did tonight as well too. It's kind of show-offy, but it's true. And then I said, thrilled to congratulate Roberto in person. He's my favorite Canucks player of all time. So what was, yeah, and hi, Kaya. I watched some of your stream. Oh, I shouldn't do this. It's kind of dangerous actually, because I was driving home. But Kaya, I did have your stream on and then your stream was. By the way, you said you went with the emo makeup, Kaya, and my last name is Emo. So at first I thought you're doing it as a tribute to me, but then I realized no, emo as in short for emo or emotion or whatever it's short. I'm not very cool, but. For what it's worth, Kaya, I thought you looked great on your stream, and you did a great job as you always do. So I'll watch the rest of it later, as I usually do. But I did catch the first 5 or 10 minutes when you did that, scream as well. But thanks for being here. So yes, I saw a familiar shape, and then I said Roberto, and he turned around, and I said, "My name is Clay. Nice to meet you." And I said, me and my friend Marie did a song for you when you got traded from the Canucks. And he actually looked at me as he was shaking my hand and he goes, "Yes, I remember that." Now, I want so badly to believe that Roberto Luongo was telling the truth, and he actually remembers me. He actually remembers me. So, or remembers the song. So why would I doubt him? So I said, "Thank you." And then I said to him, and believe it or not, how appropriate that the girl that sang with me, Marie, she is the one doing the anthems tonight. And he goes, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool." I said, anyways, because I know he wanted to get inside because I knew I was going to ask him for a picture. So then I said, "Well, congratulations. And you're my favorite player." And he said, "Thanks a lot. I appreciate it." So then I'm a 48-year-old man. I'm not really good with selfies. So then I said, "Can we do a picture?" He goes, "Sure." And then as I take out my phone, I'm thinking, if I take a selfie, this is going to look so like, firstly, I don't know if 48-year-old men take selfies. Maybe they do. And secondly, I don't know if, I don't think it was going to turn out good because I'm so bad at taking selfies. Thankfully, there's a guy, like a teenage, I don't want to, he might be watching this. I don't know if he's a teenage boy or a young adult. So I asked him if he could take the picture, and he said, "Sure." So then I think Roberto's right hand is still in his pocket. Then my left hand is behind on his back. Someone was saying that maybe it's me trying to pickpocket him, but it was great. So we took the picture. Then a little young boy came and he asked Roberto for a picture as well. And then that's it. We're the only ones there. You can see there's no one in the background. And then he went through security and went inside gate 9. And then on his way out, I said, "Congrats again. God bless you, Roberto." And he says, "Thank you, thank you." And that was it. That was pretty cool. So that was the start to my night, and he is indeed my favorite Canucks player of all time. So I was very, very, very blessed and excited to see him. And I didn't really fanboy from a standpoint, and get all my words jumbled up like I do sometimes, and freak out when I was trying to take my phone out. I was trying to be cool, but I must admit I was pretty happy to see him. And Ronell, great seeing you as well. Ronell, as we know, one of the co-hosts, one of the in-game hosts for the Canucks, does such a solid job. So impressed. I was blessed. We've actually collabed together. He's interviewed me for his radio show. I've interviewed him for my YouTube channel. Ronell, great to see you. Tough result, but plenty of features and moments throughout the game that are worth celebrating with our legends in the building. Yeah, I'll say this, and I was going to get to this, but I'll say it now. There was certainly a buzz in the building that was palpable. I've never used the word palpable, but I think it fits. There's a palpable buzz in the building, and we knew right from the start that it was going to be a very special night. It's too bad the result on the ice didn't match the energy that was in the building and the anticipation. But yes, Ronell, you were a big part of that, so thank you for that. So then that was around 5:30. Then I met Marie. Marie and I went for dinner, which was cool. And then I got to see her, sing the anthem. There's Marie looking good. And I said here, I'm with the anthem singer. And then she did a great job as always. So I got to hang out with her in the tunnel, the usual. At that point, I took a picture of Demko as well. And, he looked focused. Obviously, he didn't know. No one knows that they're going to get hurt. But I think he was ready to have a really big game. I really, really do. So those were just a few of the pictures I took. And then I basically put my phone away for the rest of the day because I want to really focus on the game. But that was a really, really great start to my day. My great start was after a work day, meeting Roberto Luongo, hanging out with Marie, eating dinner with her, and then watching her completely. I try not to say kill the anthems. Oh, she killed it. She killed the anthems. But I don't know what's a better word. Tell me in there. What's a better word is it crushed? Is it she crushed the anthems? She killed the anthems. I don't like saying killed. She sang. No, I don't know. So, by the way, if Golden Eye is still here, no problem. Glad you came. But people in this community know that that I spent some time talking about my own experiences as well. So, not sure if if Golden Eye, if he or she is gone, but that's fine. Thank you for at least giving it a shot. And yes, I like it. So, so slayed the anthems. Kaya, she did in fact kill though. Nailed the anthems, dominated the anthems. I like this. This is funny. Slayed the anthems, blow expectation the anthems, crush the anthems, redefine the anthems. These are good. I'm gonna suggest some of these to Marie. So then we should probably get to the game, even though GoldenEye is probably gone already. But we will get to the game. I'll talk about the game for a few minutes, and then I'll throw to you. Actually, before that, then we have the beautiful pregame ceremony where they brought Daniel, then Henrik, then Roberto out to center ice. Then Roberto spoke, and I love how he referenced. I'm not sure the exact words, but he referenced the controversy about Ring of Honor versus jersey retirement. But he just kind of reiterated that it's such an honor to be recognized, to be back in Vancouver, all those things. And I think he referenced that as his first time addressing the Vancouver faithful, Vancouver crowd since he got traded back in the day. So that was kind of a cool moment. Then they had leaders of some Indigenous leaders come out and present blankets to each of the three players, which was a nice touch. And of course, the ceremonial face-off between Horvat and Ekblad. And then we were ready for the game. Okay, so now I know we're a few minutes in, but now we're going to talk about the game. And this is the part that frustrates me, and I want you guys to chime in on this. How can a team look so good last week in dominating two of the best teams in the Western Conference and then squeaking out a third win, although they were tired, but they did, and then come back and lay two proverbial eggs, 5-1, 5-1. Doesn't take a math genius to say that's 10-2. They've been outscored in these two games. And it's not like Florida and Washington are even in playoff positions or smoking everyone else. So that is the tricky part. And shots were even 33-32, but that's because really in the third period, I think Florida let up a little bit. And yeah, you can see the 18-8 when it really mattered, when the Panthers won the game in the first period, 9-8 in the second, and 17-5 in the third for Vancouver. No one scored on the power play. 0-2 for Florida, 0-3 for the Canucks. You're glad the Canucks killed off both the Florida Panther power plays, but you want the Canucks to make a difference on the score sheet. 23-10 in hits for Vancouver, but also 13-4 in giveaways. There were a lot of giveaways for sure. I'm not going to go through all the goals. The only Canuck one was the Dakota Joshua one, which was kind of a bit of a fluke. But no one had a good game for the Canucks. So when you lose 5-1, you're going to see minuses across the board. So Mikheyev, PD, both -2 again. So PD's -7 in his last two games. Ekman Larsson, Myers, Stillman were all -2. Amazingly, Ethan Bear escapes with an even rating and an assist. I think one of the goals went off him again. I think he's leading in deflecting pucks past our own goalie, not on purpose, of course. But, the Brock Besser on the first line, that didn't work out. So he was back on the third line by the time the second period was over. So just not a lot there. The Canucks were outworked, out-hustled, outclassed, outskilled, outplayed, out everything in the first period, which was frustrating. And, of course, what we got to talk about was most frustrating. Florida scores 3 goals in 59 seconds. 3 goals in a minute. Tkachuk, Forsling, and Lomberg. And the Lomberg goal was a killer. It was against the PD line. It was Stillman and Myers. And that goal, the play where Demko got injured, and we'll spend a couple minutes about this, and then I'll turn it over to you. That play, he had to make 3 or 4 consecutive saves off 3 or 4 different players. Save with the left pad. Save with the right pad. save with the left pad, and as he's doing that, I think it was, I don't know, was it Hornquist who then skates through the crease? It wasn't a dirty play, but he definitely makes a small contact with Demko, and then the puck gets by him as well at the same time, just right after that. And I've watched the replay a good half a dozen times, and it looks like he reaches, oh, no, it doesn't look like, he does reach down to his right leg. So it could be anything. It could be a groin, the way he was pushing left and right. Because remember, he was going left, right, in the span of 3 or 4 seconds. So it could be a groin. It could be a hip. It could be a knee. It could be a hammy. It could be a quad. I don't think it's an ankle. It looked like to be upper body. So I think it could be any of those 5 things, quite frankly. And it feels kind of grim to speculate, but we don't know what it is. Whether it was, like I said, one of those 5 things: knee, hammy, quad, hip. I'm missing one. There's only so many body parts down there. Knee, hamstring, quad, hip. How did I mess that up? What did I just miss? I said 5. Hip, knee, quad, hamstring, and... oh my gosh. What am I missing, you guys? Oh, groin. Thank you, Bruce. Yes. Yes. So it could be hip, knee, groin, quad, or hamstring. Regardless, we'll hope to hear good news. Thankfully, if he's out for any time, we know that Spencer Martin has played relatively well. Fallen off a little bit, but has played relatively well. You can't blame Martin on the 2 goals today that he led in, both by Sam Bennett and both were cross-ice passes. Yeah, what happened to the Canucks defense? Remember how good they were? They were basically shutting down every single cross-ice pass, and now they're giving them up again. And even Höglander, he did a cross-ice pass, but it was in his own zone. And he puts it, I don't know what he was doing, a very hard pass that Hughes had no chance of corralling. First time I used the word corralling one of these streams. And then Sam Bennett, nice pass from Tkachuk, puts it past Spencer Martin. Okay. Now, people are mentioning that people left early, and there's no shame in that. Some people weren't happy. There's just, some people want to beat the traffic. Like, I would never judge people. For me, I spend so much money on this thing. I will milk every minute of it until they basically kick me out. But maybe that's why I'm so late for these post-game streams all the time when I go to games. But yeah, no, whatever floats your boat, you guys. However you want to get home, whatever your situation is, no judgment. Oh wow, I've gone for 19 minutes because I spent about 14 minutes talking about non-game stuff. So I hope. Well, I know Golden Eye isn't happy, but I hope everyone else is okay. I want to hear what stood out to you tonight. You can talk about anything, truly. You can talk about anything. And as a bonus tonight, let's play. No, I was gonna say let's play some games, but I don't want to be tempted because I got to keep this. I got to keep tried and true to my formula. Oh yes, and then after the game, so not only did I meet Justin and Luke and Joel and Raj, and then sit with Ricky and Rosario, and then but I also got to see legendary Luke. I didn't see legendary Lucas Gate tonight, but I did see legendary Justin Credible and legendary Andrew Chang after the game in the team store as well. Okay, I'll tell you one last story, and then I'll get to your questions. One funny story is in the first intermission, I went down to get the patch, but I was way too late. There's a big lineup, and I think they're running out of. They had these nice Hall of Fame patches that had Luongo and the 2 Sedin's names. So then I met Raj, Luke, Joel, and they're like, "Oh, Canuck Clay, nice to see you." And they basically wanted me to budge in line so I could get my patch, and they were willing to let me budge in line because I said, "Oh, it's a celebrity here," and I thought that was very, very nice and generous of them. But I turned around, and I'm not trying to be a hero here, but I looked at the 24 people that were standing in line, and I couldn't justify budging in front of them. Although the patch is very nice, and I wish that I was smart enough to go before the game to get one. I said, no, thank you for the kind gesture, but it wouldn't be fair if I budged in front of everyone. They're like, okay, cool. And then I end up giving high fives, hugs, and then went back to my seats. So that was a fun little story too. All right, we're at the 20-minute mark. I'll go for another 15-20 minutes because I want to get to your comments and your questions. So let's get to my mid-show sponsor read. Shout out to my primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. And I see that Jason is in the chat tonight. Hi, Jason. Got to meet Jason for lunch today, and we got to catch up, which was really, really nice. Also, secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform Personal Training Weight Loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link scrolling across the bottom of your screen, performandtransform.ca/Canuck Clay, and Coach Patrick will contact you. Gassy Jack Art, maker of this fine artwork. Monkey Nine Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And Vessi Footwear. Use the discount code Canuck Clay at checkout at vessi.com and save $15 off every pair of shoes that you buy. Once again, a mid-show reminder for you to subscribe so you can get active in the comment section. Like this video. Well, 80 of you in here at basically almost midnight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then feel free to leave donations, gift memberships, become a member, upgrade your membership, and definitely get commenting in the chat section. Let's get to your comments. You can talk about the game. You can talk about the pregame ceremony. You can talk about favorite memories. You can talk about how worried you are. You can talk about how good Riley Stillman is. Whatever you want to do. Do you think Luongo's Ring of Honor game will happen next season against Florida? Yeah, because that would make sense. They haven't announced the date. I think they did that on purpose because they don't know the schedule for next season. That would make a lot of sense, Fangirl. Although they did honor him tonight against Florida, but that would seem to make the most sense. Myers and Stillman did not look good out there. I agree. Hang in there, Clay. We appreciate all you do. Thank you. I appreciate you as well. Angus from Seattle has a winning NHL team. The Kraken are doing so good right now. Stillman was in for Burrows. Initial thoughts on that. Burrows had a rough game on Monday against Washington, but on Tuesday against Washington, but I still don't think Stillman, every goal that Stillman's on for, he seems like he's not making the right play. So I did not like that call. Rosero is currently on a 4-game personal losing streak. Rosero, you're going to have to stay home and take one for the team, I think. Duncan, Bruce getting fired tomorrow. I doubt it. If I had to bet, I doubt it. Clay, what do you think the Canucks will do about the goalie situation with Demko injured? They'll bring another goalie from outside the organization. Well, I think they're confident in Martin, and I don't know if they have a lot to give up for another goalie. Do you go Martin and Seelovs or Martin and Dilia? Is that good enough? I don't know. I think they're gonna look and maybe get a cheap veteran goalie who's maybe playing on who's like a third stringer or backup for someone, but they don't have a lot of salary cap room, and they don't have a lot of course unless Demko goes on LTIR, but they don't have a lot of room and they don't have a lot of assets to peddle for a trade. So we'll see. Fillmore, I'm glad you had a pick with Lou and glad fans were happy to see him, but I'm sure Lou was happy to see the Panthers dominate the Canucks. Yeah, I'm sure he had the best of both worlds tonight. Yeah, Pat, Clay, will there ever be CCC merch available, or does that happen after 10K subs? No, I wasn't going to wait till 10K. I wanted to get it out this fall, but admittedly, life happened and I got a little bit busier with other stuff, including studying. But I think what I'm going to do is as soon as my finals are done, and then we come back from our trip from California, I think I'm going to mobilize it to be ready for close to the new year. In fact, if the meetup is lining up for when I want it to, it would be cool to release the merch around the time of my meetup in January. So yes, it is going to happen. Yes, I want to give discounts as promised to members as part of their perks, but still need to sort out exactly what I'm going to be selling, where I'm going to be reducing it, because I can do stuff at home actually, or with my wife, or we can farm it out. Got to decide that. So, and then exactly how to sell it as well. So lots of things to think about, but it is something that is on my mind for sure, Pat. Thank you for asking. Who do you think will get called up for the Canucks backup goaltending? Maybe Seelovs gets a shot. Riley still went to offload Dickinson contract plus a pick. Now seems like a crap trade. Straight up miss there. I agree. I'm not worried anymore. We'll get the 10th to 12th overall selection. I think there's some sarcasm there. For those of you complaining, it could be worse. It's cold in northern BC. Well, yes, Fangirl, true. Although that doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about now in hockey. But yes, if I had to pick one, I'd rather be in this cold weather 0 -1, then you're cold weather. That's for sure, I guess. At least the free agents that signed weren't a bust, like Alman and Kuzmenko. Yeah, they've been good. Kai Stillman was in because he used to play for the Panthers. Was a -2 tonight. Yeah, not great. Fangirl says it's time to trade. Is it time to trade Garland? Yeah, they should look into it, but you're not going to get a lot for him the way he's playing. That's the tricky part. Clay, if you're not doing anything Saturday or Monday night, I have a spare ticket in my seats if you want to join me. First dibs to you. I'll look around too. You know, that is very generous of you, Justin. Saturday I can't go because I have a church thing to do, and then I'm doing Game Over. Monday, I'm looking at my calendar, and I actually could go. And because we've sold our Montreal tickets, I would be honored to go with you, Justin. Let me talk to Parker over the weekend. I promise. Said that I would do Canucks After Dark, but maybe if he's open to moving it to Tuesday, then Tuesday the 6th. Yeah, I might have to work my magic with Parker. So Justin, I will text you tomorrow. I'll get back to you. But yeah, hang on that Monday ticket for me, and I'll decide with you tomorrow right away. Appreciate that. Scott, should they change the name of the Canucks Ring of Honor to Ring of Men Who Didn't Win a Cup? Sure, I'm sure that is a great ring to. Oh, by the way, Justin, I know we were talking about how many guys you can fit in the Ring of Honor. I think there's a lot of space up there. I was looking up there while I was watching Marie sing the anthems, and there's a lot of space up there. And props to me for not filming Marie with my flashlight on my phone which was one of my most embarrassing moments from last year. Jason, I think management is capable to sign players because that's the easiest thing to do, but they can't get players like Boston or Colorado under their internal cap. Well, I see what you're saying. Yes, Boston seems to be setting an internal cap for sure. Yes, great point about Stillman puck watching. You definitely saw that on the goal that Luongo got injured. That Demko got injured in. Hey, Harry, hope you enjoyed the game. I did. Can we see Kyle Burrows for Saturday's game replacing Stillman? I sure hope so. And I don't know about the line changes, but they're looking stale now for sure. Even the trusty Pettersson line is not going well. Kraken won their 7th straight, 2 points out of Pacific. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. If we don't win Saturday and Monday, then Bruce firing talks might get started again. That's true. Yeah, Rosario, I mentioned that already. -2, so he's -7 over the past 2. Delia did look good in preseason. Yeah, Delia or Sealaws. Would I put Stillman in Abbotsford for a bit? No, I don't know. I think that's really poor asset management considering we gave away Dickinson and a second for him. But I think you can park him for a bit. But yeah, what happens when Dermott comes back? Good question. I don't know. And then do you put Stillman on waivers and hope he gets claimed? I doubt he will. And then if you do, are you happy? Because then you basically gave away Dickinson and a second rounder for nothing. It's tough. You kind of wish that the best scenario, as much as some people might not like him, is he's got to play himself out of it. Yes, he was our emergency, the UBC. Chris Levesque. David says trade everyone. Japan says time to TANK. I can't say it. Jasper's looking for the hypothetical. Angus think the Canucks miss McDermott. Oh, Miss Dermott. Yeah, it's tough to say how much he would do, quite frankly. Looks like Demko's out for a while. Did not look good. Do you think the Canucks will put Alex Edler in the Ring of Honor? I definitely don't think he's going to get a jersey retired, but I think he is a Ring of Honor candidate for sure. Let me know if you need help with merch, Clay. I've been selling prints on demand. Oh, yes, I will contact you then. I will contact you offline, Jarhead. Thank you for that. Oh, that print on demand, that's exactly what we're looking to do. I'm thinking of doing 3 things. Shirts. I don't think I'm going to do caps. I think I'm going to do shirts, hoodies, and mugs, tumblers. But that'll be for another discussion. Thank you, Jarhead. I will contact you for sure. Rosario, I just said that off the top of my head. Yeah, Richmond is -4, so I was off by a bit. Oh, Edmund was at the game, disappointed. Yes. You got the Luongo shirt. Nice. Pat's run out of ideas. That's so funny. Bruce dressed the 3 forwards at under 5'9" because they don't have speed. It's really hard for them to battle. You do notice they lose a lot of puck battle. Yeah, that's a fair point. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate you. Stillman is a future AHL lifer. I hope Demko takes time to recover because Canucks need some LTIR. What do you think happens with Besser? Do you see him bouncing back? I sure hope so. He had a decent point streak. I know he wasn't getting a lot of goals yet, but he was having a decent point streak. But yeah, he's not playing with a lot of confidence. Not a lot of the forwards are playing with a lot of confidence right now. I want to see him bounce back for sure, justify that contract. Do I see it happening? I think I'm on the fence there. No, I agree with you, Edmund. A lot of people don't know why Burrows plays more over Stillman. Alvin paid that Dickinson trade very dumb. Play that Dickinson trade. It wasn't fair. PD, Myers, and Stillman. It wasn't fair for PD. Myers and Stillman were out of position in coverage. Yeah, that was tough overall. My opinion is that management doesn't even know what is wrong with this team. We have the players, maybe the defense core sucks collectively, minus a few die. Yeah, I'm going to judge them more when it comes to trade deadline. Injury had a concussion. Injury. Yeah, we have a player named Injury. Dermott had a concussion. Kaya, you got mentioned in a Finn tweet. Oh, now I got to look that up. Okay, let me look it up real quick. That's very nice. I don't know if it's good or bad. Do I dare look at it? Canucks Finn. Well, I got mentioned in a Finn tweet. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Like recently? Kaya, can you let me know? Because I'm so self-centered. Like a recent one? Or like an old one when he was at my church? Let me know, Kaya May, because I'm excited now. The Canucks need a whole new third line as no one wants to seem to play there. Yeah, they're not that effective anymore. -6 in Surrey. Okay, that's bad. So if Demko is out for a bit, what do the goalies do is they cannot have one goalie. Yes, Shannon, that's why you have the Abbotsford team. Just like you can call up forwards and defensemen, you can call up goalies as well. Seattle's won 7 straight. I don't think their roster is exceptionally more skilled than ours, so why is it that one team can play with more consistently, another can't? It's everything. It's a bit of coaching, admittedly. It's a bit, and it's more players buying in to a system structure, just pride. No, I did not see the Sedins, Harry, just Luongo. I guess I need to watch Canucks D coverage closely. Don't know how they are applying analytics to coach their players to play D. Boudreaux says they use analytics, but I don't know how much. Forwards aren't playing with confidence because they have that kind of defense. Yes, and we got to admit that team defense, too, is more than just the 6 guys on the blue line. -1 in Victoria. There you go. There you go. I think the goal where Demko got injured, Stillman did a poor job defensively. Yeah, he was just on his knees in the crease, swatting away. I got this feeling we are blowing this team up, and the management just needs a reason to do it before the trade deadline, and that's why Horvat isn't signed. You're not alone. Horvat is probably our biggest trade chip right now. It's funny because if Stillman was playing in the ECHL, he'd probably be historically good, and people would praise him and talk about how an NHL team would give him ECHL, remember, you got to go up a league from that to the AHL. But yes. Oh, he replied to Marie's tweet. Gotcha. Thank you. Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. Oh, just 6 minutes ago. Okay, I'm going to like it. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys something. I don't know why you guys would care about this, but I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you me replying to a tweet right now, right in front of you. So Marie says, I'm singing at tonight's Canucks game with Canuck Clay as my guest, not my singing guest, although that's probably one of his dreams. Who's going? That's pretty funny from Marie. That was pretty funny. And then, wow, I helped share it, but she gets a lot of love on her own. But yeah, 206 likes, which is quite a bit. And then Finn says, am I too late? So I just liked it. So I'm going to quote tweet it. And I'm going to say, even though Canucks Finn doesn't make any audible sounds from his mouth, he is likely still a better singer than me. Okay, let's see if that gets any whatever. Even though Canucks Finn doesn't make any audible sounds with his mouth, he's still a better singer than me. Okay, that's my contribution to Twitter tonight. Thanks for pointing that out, fangirl. Who will be caught up goalie wise? I wonder if Mike Smith gets signed. Just saying, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna try C Loves or Delia. I guess go watch all the goals Stillman is on for. I bet his hockey IQ is just not there and always makes the wrong decision. Well, there's a reason why Chicago is willing to trade him. Could Podkolzin be a possibility to call up to help back? Yeah, maybe, but it's not like we were winning with him either. I don't think he's the reason why we're losing. Jasker says, fire Mike Yeo and Trent Cull. Shannon, does anyone know where Carol is being? I'm not seeing her a bit. Yeah, this one was a little bit later, though, Shannon, than usual, so maybe that's why. But I think I saw her either last night or the night before. I wonder why Scott Walker didn't come back. He was fine. Yeah, he had that medical issue, and then he didn't come back. Good point. Canucks beat Vegas and Colorado. It's not all doom and gloom. Yeah, Alan, it's strange, though, that they can play so well last week and so badly this week. Burakovsky, 6-for-3, is the reason why Kraken is playing well. Okay, that's good to know. I can't lie, for a moment there, I was hoping Spencer Martin got hurt so we could see the E-Bug goal. Gee. Then that would be curtains for our season. You are doom and gloom, Jason. Justin, my video of Lou and the Sedins arriving at the arena got retweeted by Van City 604. Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to check that out, Justin. That's cool. That's very cool. Shannon, next time I come over, we could call Carol. That's good. Brad Shaw, Scott Walker backer just hired Alex Burrows as coach. Jason Lim, I hate seeing people hurt too, but I was wondering if Martin went down, if our E-Bug could be Lou himself. Oh my gosh. Hi, Clay. Missed the game, but saw the result. Put my 2 cents worth. What they need is a couple of power forwards. That's fine, Murray. Thanks for coming in here. JJ, minus 24 in Calgary. God bless you. Wow. I was hoping not for anyone hurt, but I was hurt by the way we played for. So for a moment, I went down the road of I hope everyone goes LTR and let the Abbots for Canucks play. You had a wild imagination, Jay. Rathbone needs to draw in for Stillman if Boudreaux doesn't like Burrows. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't think he doesn't like Burrows, though. I agree with Jason on the E-Bug. I was telling Ricky the same thing. Do I think Alvina and Rutherford is feeling right now? Do you think Patrick Alvina and Jim Rutherford is feeling right now? I think you're asking, what are they feeling right now? I'm sure they're frustrated just as Boudreaux and the coach are. I just realized Holtby never got a deal. Did he retire? Where is Braden Holtby right now? That's a great question. Braden. No, I thought he's playing somewhere. He's under contract with Dallas. Is he under contract with Dallas? Gee, that's a good point. Where is he? Professional Dallas Stars. Oh, maybe not. Oh, he was placed on long-term injury reserve in March of 2022. Lower body. As of the summer, it's been reported that Holtby will likely miss the entire season and could be forced to retire. Interesting. Yes, Dallas. Tonight we were the worst team in the league. Great. I think Burrows and Boudreaux is like Travis Green and Zach McEwen relationship. Oh, Burrows and Boudreaux is like Green and McEwen. So not great. Holtby, Dallas. Mike Yeo better not be the next coach. Holtby on LTIR. Yes, thank you. Hey, Murray from New Zealand. Awesome. I think you win the furthest away today. Season injury. Phone him. Call Holtby. Luongo, my contract sucks. What are your thoughts on Halak when he was with the Canucks? Not very good. Bring back Kluche. He will at least fight people and show some emotion. Oh, did they report that Demko hurt his right hamstring? Edmund, who's they? When you said they said Demko hurt his right hamstring. Who are you talking about when you say they? We play with no emotion and collectively good players on a team doesn't always equal a good team. Oh, I'm saying when you say even good players but with no emotion means not a good team. Yes. Markstrom thought tonight, I just suck at hockey right now. Yes, I heard he said something interesting. I didn't know that's what he said. Halak recently say 34 to 35 shots. Well, even a clock is right twice a day. That's the weirdest saying. Lateral movement and 3 straight goals. Sign Coy Schneider. Trade for Halak. He just got his first Rangers win. I watched a Sportsnet injury in Shorthouse. Garrett said Demko was grabbing his right hamstring. Yes, he was grabbing his right hamstring, but we don't know for sure that that's what's injured. Yeah, on the day that Lou gets honored, that Markstrom says uses the word sucky or suck when he's talking about his play. Dave Lowry, there's a blast from the past. Jason says, can we hit the like for Clay for dealing with the negative comments? Well, Jason is a very smart man, so you can like this video as we wrap up. We've gone 41 minutes, and I think it's time for me to get ready to go to bed. I have to actually got a live stream. Sean and I are live streaming a funeral at my church tomorrow morning. Last couple, have you watched that Oilers scores their one-timers close to the goal line on the power play? Yeah, when they have guys like Draisaitl and McDavid whipping the puck across. Do I think Mueller's right? Do you mean fight affected the energy? Right, night or fight? What do you mean, Jasper? Retype it. If long-term injury chances for Connor Bedard might increase. Oh, I see what you're saying. That might be a silver lining. Are you surprised at how they played tonight, especially since Hall of Fame? Yeah, I really thought, and I predicted that they would play well tonight because they usually play well on these big type of nights, and they didn't. The Canucks one-timers are standard just above the faceoff dot. Yes, that's where PD definitely does his, and they don't really move down that much. That's a really good point, actually. Luongo should have just played in net. Hey, Jeremy, sorry I didn't see you tonight. I think Martin can handle the number one role. Could be a season turnaround, perhaps. Fight. Do I think the fight... I actually didn't do much. I can see what Miller was doing, but it wasn't much of a scrap and ultimately didn't make much of a difference. Good night, Coach Rob. And the Sedin should have hit the ice. We could have at least had a chance. Last four, and then we'll go. How long do you think it'll be until Rutherford starts making the calls? I think he has a lot of hockey wisdom. Yeah, I think he's going to work hard between now and the trade deadline. I think Kumo was saying that Miller didn't show effort and back-checking will be on the power play. Oh, I don't know what Jaskerin's saying for sure, but maybe Angus. Martin is the next Jeremy Lin. Your thoughts on Luke Shen pushing the other player? That was hilarious. That happened right in front of me. He just launched him. Luke Shen was one guy who actually was trying. Good night, Shannon. Thank you. In non-Canucks news, I recently got Guerin maybe start playing pickup. Nice. Nice, nice. Friends, that is a good place to end. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate you. Thank you for sticking with me, for waiting late and sticking on for a good almost 40 to 45 minutes. So, as always, moderators, thank you. It didn't look like you had to do too much. Legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang. Thanks to all of you. Glad to saw both of you tonight. And Justin, if you're still here, I'll contact you tomorrow about next Monday. Thank you, franchise members. Thank you, Hall of Fame members as well. And thanks to all of you for taking some precious time out to hang out with me. On your way out, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. You can leave a late donation. You can gift a membership. You can become a member. You can upgrade your membership. And then you can always continue to leave comments as I wind up. Thank you to my primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Thank you, Jason, for being in the stream tonight. Thank you to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform, Personal Training Weight Loss. And once again, if you're listening on podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Friends, I don't stream on Fridays and Saturdays. I take a little bit of a break, so I will not be streaming. I'll be doing videos throughout the weekend. But yes, you'll have a 2-night break for me for live streams. Then Sunday, I'll be back. Members... Legends and Hall of Fame members. I think I'm going to organize. I was supposed to do it last weekend. I think we're going to do the group chat this Sunday night. I think that's the plan. There's no Canucks game, so that might work out. But I'll message you guys over the weekend for sure. Okay, friends. Thanks for being here. I appreciate. Yeah, Jason. I think you're going to like this dad joke tonight, but we'll see. You never know. And New Zealand, Alberta, Ontario. No matter where you're watching from tonight, thank you. I appreciate you guys. So as always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Last night, I had a dream that the ocean was filled with orange soda. It was a fantasy. God bless. And go Canucks go. Booyah.